Guys and gals, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. This article is coming from The Direct. We have some Jurassic World Rebirth information here, so let's read a little more into this article. I'm worried about Jurassic World Rebirth after learning the movie's plot. This article is by Savannah Sanders. Let's read some more. The Jurassic World trilogy may have concluded in 2022, but in Hollywood, billion-dollar franchises find a way, with the latest specimen being Jurassic World Rebirth. Coming to theaters on July 2nd, 2025, Jurassic World Rebirth stars a new ensemble cast featuring Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey, and Mahershala Ali. Jurassic World Rebirth isn't a reboot. Yes, it's true that Jurassic World Dominion surpassed $1 billion at the 2022 box office, but ticket sales aren't always a reflection of quality. Overall, the threequel fell flat due to its underbaked and convoluted storyline, coupled with the franchise's tendencies to over-rely on splashy CGI dinos. For fans, Jurassic World Rebirth is the franchise's next new hope and comes packaged with a new director, the creators Gareth Edwards, who is a good director, a new cast, and the return of Jurassic Park and the Lost World writer David Cope. Not a bad thing to have these guys involved, to be quite honest, but let's keep reading. The problem, Rebirth may not be new enough. According to Universal Synopsis, the upcoming film is set 5 years after Dominion, where dinosaurs are struggling to survive among humanity in the planet's inhospitable ecology. Sounds like Jurassic World Rebirth is more of a continuation of the preceding trilogy than a reboot or new spin on the property. Fear of franchise fatigue. Since the Jurassic World Dominion is barely 2 years old and the Jurassic World trilogy will only have ended 3 years prior when Rebirth releases, should Universal be concerned about franchise fatigue? Wouldn't a fourth film be better served by a few more years between releases? After all, the film's story seems to think so given its 2027 timeline. But perhaps the better question isn't about fatigue, but rather confidence. Do audiences think Universal and Rebirth's team can bring and evolve the franchise or churn up more of the same? The film's upcoming first trailer and the audience's reaction is sure to shed some light on the answer. Jurassic World Rebirth's complex story. Jurassic World Rebirth's post-Dominion timeline and the ecological issues plaguing the dinos was only the start. The synopsis went on to explain that the dinosaurs who have survived are doing so in isolated equatorial climates, and three of the biggest creatures now hold a key to a life-saving drug for mankind. So let's recap. Dinos are dying, but some are thriving. Humans need not one, but three of the biggest and baddest, and they're doing so for what's expectedly another corporate capitalist message meets lab-related pharma drama. That's a lot, especially for a new tale with new characters. But hang on to your butts, there's more. The new Jurassic World cast, who will be further explained in the next section, will end up stranded on a dinosaur-occupied island where, in addition to surviving, they'll uncover a sinister, shocking discovery that's been hidden from the world for decades. So, basically the gist of this article, Savannah's really just going through what she thinks is going to happen just based off the synopsis. Yeah, some of the concerns are valid, but for the most part, we don't know what we're actually going to get here. We'll see what they do with this film. I kind of agree with her that the fact that, Jurassic World has kind of been running to the floor. They're running out of ideas. You can see that with the last three films, to be quite honest. But I'm kind of on edge about this one, to be honest. I'm not too excited for it. I have to say my expectations are tame for this film. I will most likely go see it on July 2nd, 2025, but my expectations are not high. I personally did not have a problem with the last Jurassic World. I believe that was Dominion. I didn't have a problem with that film, to be honest. I actually liked that they went into a different direction, but I can see why some people did have a problem with it. I don't think from how she's speaking in this article that she was a big fan of that film, but we'll see what happens with this film. Give it a chance. I think the cast is going to need some help. Scarlett Johansson has led films before, but typically the films that she does lead do not do super good in theaters when she is the lead. And to be honest, I've actually theorized that you could see Chris Pratt make a cameo in this film, specifically because in this article, they say that this film is supposed to be set about, I think it said like 3 to 5 years after the events of Dominion. So it's not like Chris Pratt just jumped off a cliff and he disappeared. I think if they bring him back as a cameo in one way or another, I think it would actually help the audience accept this film a lot more. I could see Universal being hesitant towards the idea because they want this new cast to get spotlight, new storyline to get spotlight, but I actually think it would help Universal if that happens, so I would not be surprised if we see Chris Pratt. There's a lot of different directions they can go in with this film. I think the mainstream audience will be excited about this. especially because all of those three Jurassic World films have done well. I think the mainstream audience will be excited about this, but people that are movie critics, they will be walking into this thing saying, okay, what are we going to do with this? Because we're kind of tired of the other storylines. As Savannah said in this article, it's convoluted at certain points. And like I said, I like the third one, but I can see why people did complain about it. So I think from that aspect of being a critic, I think people are going to walk in with tame expectations. That's what I have walking into it. But we will just have to see what happens. I want to know when that trailer is going to drop. I want to know if you guys have any ideas of when the trailer will drop. I think Super Bowl will be a great time. Great time, a lot of eyeballs, a lot of attention on the TV screen. The movie's going to be coming out in July. I think that'd be a great spot for them, at least a teaser at minimum. So we will see what happens with that, guys. Comment below what you think about this video. Comment below what you think about Jurassic World Rebirth, and if you're excited about it, like, subscribe, share with a friend, ring the bell for notifications, and as always, be safe. It's Neff signing off.